Everyone talks about success, the fancy cars, the rise and grind lifestyle, and the endless motivational quotes. But nobody talks about the other side, the quiet part, the side where you give everything, work all night, and still feel stuck. The truth is, most hustlers don't fail because they're lazy. They fail in silence because motivation has an expiration date. Most people don't burn out from effort. They burn out from trying to stay inspired forever. Today, we're uncovering the dark side of motivation and how to escape it before it destroys you. You know that one guy who watches 10 motivational videos in a row, feels unstoppable, then takes a nap right after? Yeah. That's motivation addiction. Motivation gives you a high, like caffeine for your brain. But once it fades, you crash. And when you crash, you start doubting yourself. You think, maybe I'm not meant for this. But the problem isn't you. It's the system. The whole hustle culture is designed like a treadmill. It keeps you moving but never lets you arrive. You keep chasing the next quote, the next dopamine hit, the next "I'll start tomorrow." Meanwhile, the real winners stopped chasing motivation a long time ago. They replaced it with discipline, structure, and clarity. But let's be honest, discipline doesn't look cool on TikTok. That's why everyone keeps posting rise and grind while secretly running on empty. Let's talk about real life. There's the guy who starts a new hustle every 2 months, dropshipping, crypto, content, coaching, and quits before anything sticks. He's not lazy, he's overstimulated. Motivation pushed him to start, but without direction, he burned out. There's the influencer who preaches never quit, but disappears for months because their own burnout caught them in silence. You see it in startups too. Founders sprinting in the beginning, then drowning in stress because they mistake movement for progress. Even in regular jobs, you'll find people proudly grinding overtime, expecting success to magically appear, only to wake up years later tired, confused, and nowhere closer to their dream. That's the dark side of motivation. It makes you feel productive while you're actually running in circles. And the worst part? Nobody notices when you're silently losing that battle. Here's the truth. Motivation is not the problem. Dependency is. You can't rely on being motivated every day. That's like expecting sunshine forever. Real success happens on the days you don't feel like it. The winners are the ones who work through boredom, doubt, and silence. They stopped chasing motivation and built habits. Habits don't care how you feel. Motivation fades. Systems stay. Once you learn to love boring progress, you become unstoppable. Success doesn't come from inspiration. It comes from consistency. That's the difference between dreamers and doers. If this idea was a meme, it would be, motivated me, I'll conquer the world. Next day, I'll conquer sleep. It's funny because it's real. Motivation gets you started, but consistency gets you results. You don't need to wake up at 4 a.m. You just need to wake up and start. Motivation is the spark. Habits are the engine. Stop chasing the high. Build the structure. That's how you win long term. Most people don't fail from lack of talent. They fail from lack of emotional endurance. They can handle excitement, but not boredom. They want fast progress, not slow mastery. But everything meaningful takes longer than you want it to. Motivation wasn't designed to last forever. Systems were. The richest entrepreneurs, the best athletes, the smartest investors, they don't rely on hype. They remove friction. They automate success. They protect their focus. While others chase inspiration, they quietly build momentum. The dark side of motivation is that it can trick you into feeling like you're growing while your life stays still. So before you start your next grind, ask yourself, do you want to feel successful or do you want to be successful? Those are two very different paths. So the next time you feel unmotivated, relax. You're not broken. You're human. Even the best lose momentum sometimes. The difference is they keep moving anyway. Motivation might start your story, but discipline writes the chapters, and consistency finishes the book.